Okie dokie, we are back, and I think the adverts are over. As you might know, there's a little bit of festive going on. Happy holidays, people. I hope everything's audible at least. Yo, let's oh dear, look at this. Why are my books not loading? Oh boy! Chat has a present! just casually just putting a present here. I didn't think we had a big enough tree for it, so we kind of just had to like place it by here, you know. It was not a we didn't think this through, but the box was kind of a bit big. But welcome on in, people. Would you like to open your gift? I mean, you kind of don't have a choice. I kind of need to open the gift to continue the stream, but. Hi. How's it going? Hi. Da 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 da! Happy holidays, people! I am more festive than usual. Love you too, Diamond. Well, come on. There you go, guys. Christmas present a little bit early. By that I mean this is like the best way of introducing myself. You know what? Let me just get rid of the box, and let me just get rid of the top. And I'm ta-da! Christmas fowl! I wanted to celebrate the holidays, so I asked for an outfit from John, from my my styling coordinator, as I'm now probably going to have to refer to him. And we have this! Pal, so lewd. What do you mean I'm so lewd? What? Welcome on in, everybody! Congrats to John for getting the cookie for being first. So welcome in, John. Welcome on in, Knight. Welcome in, Bronze. Welcome on in, Hellflame. Welcome on in, Diamond. Welcome on in, Arlon. Hello, Palaclaws. I am Palta Claus. Welcome on in, Mika. What do you mean I'm being too much skin? Too much skin? What do you mean too much skin? There are sleeves. I show more skin without this. What do you mean? I'm not taking this off. Okay, gonna keep lurking. Take care, Diamond. Love you, father. Love you too, Diamond. Mwah. Mwah. Oh, come on in, Cole. But yeah, I wanted to dress up for the occasion, so for this entire month, until I have to go on my trip, we've got Christmas Pal! Thank you, John, for making me another outfit. Actually, would it work better if I, go and do this?
Here is my gift to you.
Nice! Thank you so much for the gifted sub. I completely forgot that my things are not laid out correctly because I put a tree and everything. I'm gonna have to move my ping, which is fine. Let me just do this. There we go. Thank you for that, Night. 5 months, oh jeez. You didn't have to do that. Also, I found out how to do text-to-speech whenever somebody like either gives bits or subs now. So, ta-da! We can actually add messages and they will come up as text-to-speech. Why on earth is the music so loud? I turned you so down. There we go. Oh no, the song. Yes, the song. But today, I should have done this on Saturday, but I wasn't feeling well. Should have done this on Sunday. Also wasn't feeling well. So, today, I have downloaded the infamous, the infamous, Witch Librarian patch for the Stanley Parable. Also known as the Palable, also known as, yeah, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be narrating today. There's gonna be a lot of narration. Ever since the Who's been drawing. I can't hear the oh no. But yeah, I might stick with the blue. The green didn't look too bad either. I could do like RGB power for like the different colors every time. Emo Christmas? Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, I kind of made my layout a little bit more Christmassy this time. Because I wanted to get more Christmas cheer out the holidays, and I wanted to bring you guys with me in order to get that cheer. Because the best time about these holidays is spending time with the people you care about. And you, dear dwellers, I do care about you, because without you, I would not be here. So thank you. Diolch yn fawr. Adam's family Christmas. Yep. We're all family. But yeah, I wanted to get an outfit, and John graciously accepted the challenge of giving me a silly little outfit, which I rather love. But yes, today, on today's agenda, as usual, we mute this. And we are going to go to, without further ado, I'm not gonna I couldn't necessarily start the game without showing you guys, because there are many differences to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. We are specifically playing the Ultra Deluxe Edition. The last time I played this was my 24-hour stream, I believe, which was how the whole joke about the bucket came to be. That was like April? I think that was like March, April. Jeez, time's flown. Time's gone by way too quick. So, this was near the beginning of me streaming, well, attempt 2 on streaming, technically, but I wanted to, like, bring back a bit of the past. So, you also might see a new little guy as we go to, our stream. We got a Christmas Skelly Bob, guys! I asked our dear Mika if she could take a commission for a new little guy, and so we have the boy tangled in Christmas lights. I love him. I'm so excited. I just wanted to make everything like Christmassy, and so this just feels so good. Like, I've tried to Christmasify like almost all of my layouts. So whenever I'm doing like any of my usual streams, I've got like Christmas lights, I've got like Christmas Skelly Bob. It all just looks great. Yeah, thank you, Mika, for the chibi Skelly Bob. With, yes, as you can see, that is a Nyan Woofian eating a book. Like, Skelly Bob just doesn't notice, and she's just eating. She's just chomping. And I keep forgetting that these books aren't aligned. Sorry, I'm crying with like how excited I am for some reason. But yeah, thank you guys for helping me out with this. I am easily excitable, as you can tell. Why is the things looking? I don't know. I will never know. Anyway, without further ado, we have. I still need to actually sort out the certain thing, but we have what's known as the game up. So choose a screen and a subtitle language. We're having subtitles because I kind of need to read them. Or sorry, the game kind of needs to read them. You know, the game does. So what language are we gonna do it? So we have English, Francais, Deutsch, Espanol, Portuguese, Italiano. I don't know. Polski, don't know. What subtitle, guys? Please don't worry about me trailing off when I didn't recognize how to pronounce the stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put English. I can't read the other ones. So it's gonna have to be English. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Yes. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Huh. How does that appear on stream? Okay, that actually appears. Do I really have to have it on the lowest brightness? Sure. Please enter the current time. For me, it is, nope. It is 2:16 p.m. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Yes. So, I need to, tweak some, stuff in here. You can see that the, cursor goes over the... It's very much... double check, field view is fine. Don't need to do that, don't need to do that. Show subtitle, audio. Narrate voice. This is a story. We don't need to care about a man named Stanley because we're giving you a break. Again, this is the patch. We don't need this. We don't need the narrator. We have a patch installed, you know? We have like the best patch installed. So we have all them, we have all them. I think enough of this will be audible? Question mark. We'll figure it out. That video settings. Yeah, it's fine. Controls, simplified. Oh, I know what I need to do. Because otherwise it's gonna start like going spin again. It's gonna spin. I need to unplug my controller. Oh no, it's gonna spin, ain't it? Ah, well, we'll figure it out. Let's make the subtitles very large, just in case people are hard of seeing. People being me, I am hard of seeing. I swear I struggle. I guess let's begin the game then. Oh boy. It's been so long since I've had to like read this game out. Also the end at the end. This is a story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. The music's loud. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realised that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. He had no one shown up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. Stanley did not do that at the moment. Stanley decided that we needed to turn down the audio. Stanley decided that the audio was a little too loud. for the thing to go off of. So Stanley made a correct decision of tweaking the audio so Stanley could hear stuff. Stanley realizes that Stanley is tone deaf. Okay. So Stanley walks out of the office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It's just an office. Thing is, they originally made this in like Gary's mod. No matter how hard Stanley had looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. I'm gonna be on the ball with the text. I completely forgot this. Also, if you leave the office, you just can't go back in. You know. Like, there's so many rooms. Wait, hold on. Our room 427, right? Why the hell? No. Why the hell is room 426 over here, but room 427 is at the end of the corridor? I didn't even notice that. And then room 429 is like here. And 428's here. Why? Then there's room 430. There's desk 413 to 431 to 436. And then 437's a door. What the hell? Like, the desks here still probably don't make any sense either. Room 456 is over there. And 457. Anyway. The clocks. I do not... Actually, no, that doesn't show accurate time. I don't think it shows accurate time. I'm not sure. I need to double check if this is actually showing, like, a time. Okay, the answer is no. I feel like I'm gaslighting myself into thinking that this clock is moving. No, it is moving. Well, I know that the red hand's moving. I'm gaslighting myself and thinking the minute hand's moving. I'm not sure. Am I gaslighting myself? No, it is moving. Oh, the clock is moving. So it's currently set to about 20 past 11? So we originally started 20 past 11. Okay. That's fine. I didn't know. I've never actually looked in detail. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Well, if I say so. I do say so. We can't go back now anyway. The door just shut in our faces. Well, not in our faces, but you know what I mean. Room 413 is over here. 412. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might have an answer there. How to solve a dispute. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out on passive-aggressive on other co-workers. Resent co-workers for not supporting you more. These slides, man. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. This one's a good slide. You are unique, guys. The number of slides on this chart. No, the number of slides on this slide. Chart. Slide. Chart and slide. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Oh boy. Rates of increasing graphs per slide. Please, no more charts and Beck. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. Ooh. No. We're not gonna We didn't say to go into the broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Come on, Stanley. One second, we need the toilet. Yay, Welshman. Yay, Gronk. Hello, hello. How's it going? How you doing? Welcome on in. We needed like a break. To be rich is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life would be if we had to pick just one. It's 1 AM. That's fair. It's 2 PM over here. Didn't want to miss Pal stream. Oh, no, if you do need some sleep, Kronk, then make sure you go get some rest, okay? We are currently playing the Librarian Witch update of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition, where it takes out the normal narrator and replaces the British narrator with a British narrator. Which makes total sense. Damn it. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unravelled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What could he not know? Was that the keypad behind his boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him? Ooh, pause that. Speaking of eeps, have a wonderful stream, pal. Good night, everyone. Good night, Carl, Wolvo, Amitro. Sleep well. Thank you so much for existing. Cute British narrator. Listen here, John. Nope. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 28458. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. 8. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. 8. Breathe in, breathe out. Close both eyes, open both eyes. 2845. I don't know. I want the 8. I just want to press the 8 button. 8. Oh, for God. But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And the Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, the whoop-de-doo. It's the narrator, but I'm narrating it, so I'm annoying myself. This is great. Button. Listen, I missed the 8 button, man. Okay, I missed the 8 button. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realised he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Let's go. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Or we could escape. Thank you for the head pat, Krunk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, mind control field. What the hell? Facility. How the hell did I muck up facility? It's a hard word, okay? Anyway. The facility. Button. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? No, let me out. Not you! I just couldn't speak! The narrator couldn't speak, okay? Just for that, I'm doing my secret technique for this later. Now the monitors jump to life, their true nature revealed. For each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to an image on a screen, and Stanley one of them. Eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. Where was the pirate one? Oh, there's a pixel screen over there. There was one that said pirate. I want to find that one. There's a pixely screen over there. I know there's one that said pirate somewhere. Fired. Ah. Oh well. Oh well. This mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? Yeah, we're not entering this thing yet. I want to do something. And that means I'm going to have to turn down the volume for it. I'm going to have to turn down the volume for this next bit, I think. Well, while we do that, I want to look through the monitors. The narrator's taking a creative break. Please do not mind. Yeah, there was a pirate one. I remember there was a... There it is! Pirate! Over there! Up on that one, there's pirate. I can't zoom in or anything, but I want it turned back. I will... See? Pirate! Right up there. Knew it. Anyway, need to go back and do something before we go and do something epic. Hold on. Push. Beware of the noise. Yeah! There's no turning back. Don't touch the secrets. Once you go secret. Never go secret. Secret room 2014. Fun fact, this secret room was actually in the original game too. Sorry, just... Sorry, I'm having too much fun. But... No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! The music makes it better. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? He had truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? Sorry, I like the fact that the music does play as the cutscene goes. But that's probably the best part for me. Or it's like you can just go and activate it and then do like the monologuing. It's great. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. As the cold reality of his past begins to set in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Console disable. So many consoles. So many consoles. So many buttons. You can't press any of the cool buttons. Just the computer thing. And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place, and to everything it stood for. System power. Wait, what's the danger sign say? Danger, electric shock risk. Gotcha. Okay, that's reasonable. That's a reasonable risk. Off. We press the button. Ooh. Blackness. And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes, he had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. We can pause the narrator for now. As much as I want to stay for the story, the sleep whispers sweet nothings into my ear. Go get some sleep, Arlon. The narrator would probably tell you to have a good sleep too. Night night, Pally. Night night, chat. Have a fun stream. Night night, Arlon. Oliver, Amicha. Good night for now. Also, hi, Mobius. How's it going? How you doing? Welcome on in. We have Christmas. We also have the secret patch for the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, which replaces the narrator with a narrator. You know, secret patch. Not even the developers knew about this one. Freedom was memos. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Not my cheeks. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it'll be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was, perhaps, the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. By the way, if you hack the screen, there's a skeleton over there. There's like a skeleton skull in that corner. If you hack the system to have like free camera mode, there is a skeleton in a corner. Just letting you know. Not that I know anything about this game or anything. No. This is just stuff I got from the narrator. Yeah. Just from the narrator. That's all. Let me just do this. Thank you. I still feel like I'm not in the right spot. Hold on, I feel like I'm not on the right spot. Nothing about me's in the right spot right now. I don't know why. Let's just move me over. Okay. Okay, we're better. Insert the money now. Exactly. Okay. Stanley stepped through the open door. Let's go. Let's just move. Don't mind me trying to get this like camera in position. No, I've moved now. What the hell? Okay, we're fine. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy. What's the timing of that? Oh my goodness, what timing? Jesus Christ. As soon as Oh my goodness, welcome on in, Rocky! Totally didn't see you earlier. How was the rest of your stream anyway, bud? Welcome on in. It's a pleasure to see you. Welcome on in too, Viper. How's it all going? How you doing? I'm so sorry. That was just timing for me. It's like, it ends, and then just the Portal music starts up. And it's like, okay, I guess I know where he went now. Pretty good. I'm glad to hear it. Did you get that drawing finished? I'm gonna close your tab now. Damn it. I was happy lurking in there. I can't just watch me again. That'd be too vain. Everyone else is still all hunky-dory. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Everyone else exists. That is great. But yeah, I'm very glad to hear that you had a good stream. So if both of you, because you've been there for a while, if you need to go eat, drink, get a shower, talk to people, take over a government, take care of pets, do whatever you need to do first, then go and do that, and then make sure you go and relax, okay? For now, we are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, but we have the secret patch that replaces the narrator with another narrator. Have a great stream, Pally D. See you next time. I like that nickname a lot. You take care, okay? Hulva, amicha. Goodbye for now. Yeah, we are currently replacing the narrator with another narrator. Hi. Hiya, Arca. Welcome on in. It's a pleasure to meet you. Just call me pal. It's an absolute pleasure. Welcome on in. I hope you're having an amazing day, and if it's not the daytime, I hope you have an amazing evening. Or I've had an amazing day. I'm trying to make sure I cover all my bases. Time zones are weird. It's a pleasure to meet you. Let's resume the game. I'll also be going in 7 minutes because of the weather. No worries, you make sure you take care, okay, Viper? Let's just close the door then. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had made a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He'd never been trained for that. No, this couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here, I can be happy. Forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But one thing he knew for sure, beyond any of a doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He'll be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes. Easy ending. Thank you. Well, I found oil. Let's do some... Wait. Wow. Well, I hope you're gonna have I hope you are sticking around for like a relaxing time. Oh dear. Yep, as you can tell, we are playing Stanley Parable, but we've changed the narrator for a narrator. I mean, we're both British. It counts, right? And yeah. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Are you from Russia? Myself? No, I am not from Russia. Okay, that is a first for me. I will admit, that is a first for me. I am not from Russia. Let's go this way. No, not from England, America. Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow with some references. I am so sorry. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Let's enter the door on our right. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Who's my present? I do not wish... As a polite thing, I do not wish to talk about politics in stream, if that's okay with you. I try and keep this to a very comfortable position where everyone could just join in. So politics tend to be something I don't talk about. Okay, so I'm getting a whole bunch of references thrown at me. That's fair. Ah yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all. He just to spend a few moments in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. It's the meme where a guy asked if he's Russian or not. I'm not familiar with that. Oops. Yes, really worth it being in this room. A room so utterly captivating that, even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit, looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. I do apologize. I am very slow with, certain memes at the moment. I haven't caught up in a while. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy, and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is where everyone left. This is fine. Stanley sat around and waiting for more dialogue. When a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message. Right, I got it. But at last he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Sure. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Alright, Bat. Oh boy, that's funny enough, Bat is like a nickname that you can get over here. Like, I know one of my friend's dads ends up just like, you're alright, Bat. Oh boy, that was definitely the Welsh coming out of me. Fun. Oh dear. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander around and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, this to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was on the right? What was I thinking? It clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes, I've got it now. The story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story, completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. At this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. Oh boy. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh boy. This is what voice actors have to do when they're trying to time the narrations. Wait. Oh, there's a mug I say I hate Monday. It's a Monday today, what do you mean? When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in the room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on, who am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley, let's find the story. Let's go find the story, guys. Right, the story. Wait, what does the sign say? Inner guilt. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. Bye, everyone. Good night. Have a sweet stream. Night, Viper. Hwyl fawr am I tro. Goodbye for now. You take care, okay? I'll see you next time. I forgot to. No, how dare. How dare. Oh well. I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? Oh boy. I think we broke the game, boys. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Yes, I'm having to narrate all of this again because he repeats the same lines again, so of course I'm going to narrate it. I'm the narrator. I mean, sorry, the patch is the narrator. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other right direction and see if we missed anything? Well, let's go back. There used to be 2 doors here. I remember when there was 2 doors here. Can we just walk through walls? Nope. Oh well. I'm off to bed. Have fun, pal. Bye-bye. Take care, Hellflame. Hwyl fawr am I tro. Have a good sleep. Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story! Here it comes. No, wait, never mind, not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Oh dear. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, you know what? Since I've been completely forgotten what we're supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work and it really paid off, so good job. Oh no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. Now, this is new. Alright, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Palable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You know what, let's follow the Stanley Palable adventure line. Although it said in the text, like, trademark, this isn't trademarked. Let's go follow the line. Sorry, just need to quickly just... More paths. More boxes. More papers. What does it say on the paper? 1 second. What does that say on the paper? If you are reading this, you are fired. Never mind, never mind. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley. To destiny. Though here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even though that's not a story? Or to put it another way, if the story is no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that the destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa, hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologise. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Following this line's kind of hard, guys. By the way, if I go over here and I crouch on here, there's a Payday 2 reference to a little mask by there. Just a fun one. By the way, if you look down this one of these paths. Yeah, if you look down here, it's like it's just elongated for whatever reason. If you follow the line, it does that. It's just so long. It just glitched to me. I went backwards. I went backwards. Oh, the path isn't there anymore. What the heck? Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything. Right, guys, I'm going to give you a moment to study this fern. This fern is very important. You study this fern, guys? All of its ferny features already there? Cool. We've got all the fern features. Let's go follow the line still. Wait, we're back at the office? No! Line, do you know we're looking for the Stanley power, right? The story? Is there any of that ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you? After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. I guess we're following the line again. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What has it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? In door 437. I see. Yeah, now. Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from any role in our awesome new story. No line or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. But the line says the story's this way. Look at our line. Goes back up into the ceiling. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander this opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere. Which means that somewhere, the place that we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that, in turn, means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? The answer is clearly yes by all accounts. Then the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits. Door on the right, huh? Ah. Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, 8 times? That's all how this goes? It's all determined? And so now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I supposed to just forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written on this thing? Wall? Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer, it stopped? 69, nice. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made the schedule? How do we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? I got 69. Nice. So, okay. I guess now we wait. You know. I suppose in some way this is kind of a story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Yeah, well, in the meantime, if you happen to have... Lovely. Well, the ending's kind of confusing, don't you think? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he simply missed a memo. Well, am I able to? Oop. Why not? New content. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content? I don't know, but we're going to find out. Let's go find out what new content means. Hey, what's that door over there? On the door. Oh. Hello, and thank you for playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving a critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2012 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences over the world. Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Oh well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. So am I. Once my legs have decided to wake up, you know. You know, a thing that, needs my survival, my legs. Please feel my feet. That'd be great. Thank you. There we go. Whew. You know who else woke up? Morning, Pav. How's it going? How you doing? What timing? Christmas Pal is here to stay for a month. Well, so let me just move a second. My legs are just gone numb. It's not even my throat that's gone at the moment, it's just my legs. There we go. Christmas cutie. Listen here, I'm not cute, but hello. Oh wow, it's so cute, librarian lady. I'm not cute, but hiya, Vide. How's it going? How you doing? We are currently playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, but we have the Secret Ultimate Librarian Witch patch downloaded, which means that the narrator sounds like we've replaced the narrator from a British person to a British person. Doing so, I'm gonna go work in Narrow, so no worries. Let's go, cute librarian Parable. No, it's the Palable. It's the Palable. Anyway, let's go in. Okay, so far, it's an elevator. Nothing special yet. But I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Played Phasma for the first time. Nice. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere, or... Oh, here we go. Alright, finally. At long last, it's on the new content. It's on to new content. I've never been already. Let's do it. You are the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. I can't read. I mean, the narrator can't read. I can't. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay, let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. Ah. Alright, let's see. It's the jump circle. You can't jump when you're out of the circle. You can when you're in the circle. So Halloween next year, can we get Emperor Palpatine? That'll be quite funny. That would be quite funny. Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of the game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And, oh wait, there's more. Very good. Have you been a good librarian or a naughty librarian? Oh no, let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. I've been good. What do you mean? I've been a good librarian, thank you very much. I've read books. I've done my duty. We have a Christmas Skelly too. But I've been a good librarian, I promise. That wasn't the question I was expecting today. Oh well. The librarian is getting cold this year, so we don't have to burn books to stay warm this winter. You know what? Ironically, no, before I continue, I actually do have a story about that. There was one year where I was thinking I should just get coal for Christmas because actually buying coal is quite expensive, and I used to have a fireplace. So I would be like hoping partially that Santa would get me coal. So then I would be able to be like, hey, we have this, so we don't have to like spend so much on like coal prices. When we used to have our fireplace. So I would like think like I wouldn't be able to ask for it, but I would be secretly hoping that I'd get coal to to help like with that. Not the case, you need to be naughty. I mean, I was like a cheeky thing. I mean, naughty because she wanted to go. No, I was still good. I was just thinking that any of like the stuff that I thought was naughty, that it would instantly be like, okay, I get coal. It's like, okay, coal means that we don't have to spend so much, which means my parents can save, which means that we can, they can use it on themselves or something. And then I just be like a little surprised every year when I just didn't get coal. I would genuinely just wish for it just to be useful. Something I haven't actually voiced before to them, but it was something that I've always had in mind. Anyway, back to the game. Thank you for enjoying new content. That's it. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley, this is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fanbase rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe that one of them actually says, test achievement, please ignore. What quality assurance department signed off on this? Infuriated, I'm offended. I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend? Dear Santa, do you remember when I stole that candy or laughed when my friend stubbed their toe? Yeah, I also remember I totally should get the call for being so mean. Pal the naughty kid. No. It was less than that. It was more of... Dear Santa, I know I've caused my parents issues for, like... I've caused my parents issues for, like, being myself. Or just, like, being a bit of an ass. Am I still deserving of coal? Can I at least get, like, coal alongside whatever things that are under the tree? Please and thank you. It helps them. Signed, Pal Desperate Acula. Psst. Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something. Pal opening a gift. Dang it, I didn't want a PlayStation, I wanted coal. I couldn't do that with the PlayStation because that was a shared thing between myself and my brother. So it would be I couldn't do it with the consoles if we ever got them. It was a case of I don't know why. I think I'm just one of those few children who would ask for coal just to help with like keeping costs down. Because do you know how expensive actually getting a bag of coal is when you're having a fireplace to heat up your house? It's kind of expensive. It's kind of heavy too. Pal totally yearned for the mines. Oh my goodness, I mean, I probably did. I mean, I got Minecraft, so I got that for my birthday one year, so yeah, I probably yearned for the mines. That's why you're cute. I'm not cute. I'm just a bit silly and a bit goofy. Wait, let's try. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you. Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? He called me a dork. I'm fine. Minecraft is pure copium for children who yearned for the mines. Well, considering my country is known for like well, like most of the UK is known for like mining. We have like miners' strikes and stuff. We're known for coal mining. This kind of makes sense. And with a hint of cute. No hints of cute. No, no, no. Your country is known for the thing. My country is known for many things, to be honest. Oh, never mind. You're not a dork. Pennies. Oh, say the thing. Llanfair pwthgwynga goch ar llyn llybwth na dyselio goch. No, the thing. Yeah, I know. I know the thing. The thing, yes. The thing. It's the thing. Yeah, it's the thing, you know. Coffee nut. Everyone's so surprised when you just hear it. You know, it's just the thing. The thing. The only reason I have a redeem for the thing is because when people look at like the tag that says Welsh, it's like, oh, you're Welsh. Do you know like the thing? And it's like I just repeated it. It's like, oh, you know, it's Llanfair pwthgwynga goch ar llyn llybwth na dyselio goch. And then people just like, oh my god, yes, you are Welsh. Never mind. I shouldn't have doubted. Like, don't doubt my nationality. I know where I'm born, thank you. The thing is not special, pal. Saying the thing is what makes it special. It's a train station name. That's the thing. Like, the actual place is just Llanfair. They just renamed the train station to Llanfair pwthgwynga goch ar llyn llybwth na dyselio goch. And like, even then, I'm probably not saying it right. I'm saying like most of it. But sometimes you'll hear it like slightly differently depending on who it is. I am like a weak Welsh speaker. Rather than like some of the stronger ones. Like for example, Sea-Dog VA. He is much stronger with it. We are kind of the opposite. It was like he was growing up with Welsh and then learnt English. I grew up with English and learnt Welsh. So it's a little bit of a different situation. All we know is languages suck. But languages are great at the same time. Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here, where the game developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. My favourite artist is Vincent van Gogh. Oh, good joke. Wait, can I go back in this? I'm staying in the vent. Just a random gate in this office. I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favourite memories, so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. Insert the Among Us vent joke here. Da 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 dum. Bom bom. Sorry. Sorry. Anyway. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched. Back then, the video game had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste. All these things. Audience award? The original box for it. The monthly shapes, graphs, National Geographic. Cargo. The British Academy. like they got nominated, they didn't win. The Good Times. The original. A trip down memory lane. The first bill. The demonstration. The unachievable. Go outside. I'm still trying to get the go outside one for the original Stanley Parable. The nominees for the BAFTA. For the British Academy in Television of Arts, yeah. So they had debut game, innovation, and for story. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. I mean, it doesn't sound that hard to don't play it for 5 years. It just kind of takes a while. Yes, considering the last time I played the Stanley Parable, the normal one, was 2021. Because this one came out. For the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it asked you to not play for 10 years. I hadn't played for like a year until, well, not a year. I hadn't played for like a couple of months until I opened it now. So, I already screwed myself over with that one. I now have to wait until, 2034. Change your calendar. I'm lazy. I don't want to change my calendar. I wonder if you can cheat the achievement. You probably could. Hi, Tintin! How's it going? How you doing? I don't want to do the thing that takes 5 minutes. I want to wait 10 years. I want to do this legit, thank you. There's also one where I have to play for an entire Tuesday. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like the stunning triumph of game journalism. 10 out of 10, Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, the Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no game at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk, with an hour of new elevator content. Also, I want to do this legit. This, pal, this is why you don't get the call you wanted. Come on, man. I can get the call. One day. I'm good, how are you? I'm not doing too bad, Tintin, thank you. Stanley Parable, but we ended up patching it in so the British narrator is replaced with a British narrator. It makes sense. Memory zone maintenance. More pictures over here. Nostalgia. The tasteful nostalgia. It was good. The original remake. Person of the year. Old narrator not British enough, needed more librarian spice. Listen. You hear the narrator and he is honestly an absolute icon. The man was a genius. I just want to pause it for a minute. The man was a genius. But we just needed a different change. Listen, Kevin Brighting was an absolute icon that we cannot, like, deny. I agree, the current narrator is an icon. No, Kevin Brighting, the original narrator of the Stanley Parable, who came back for the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe version to re-record every line. He is an icon of our time, and I aspire one day, if line of work allows me, to become like him. where he is just notorious for, like, a game that goes down through history as just paving the way for other people. Not taking itself seriously, but taking itself very seriously. Oh dear. Sorry, just quickly checking something. And I need to switch on a light because it's a bit too dark. But is he a cute librarian? He can be a cute librarian if he chose to be. If he chose to be a cute librarian, he would do it. Also, yeah, no, it's too dark. I need to switch on the light. It just happens to choose to be cloudy and rainy in the one place where it's supposed to be not cloudy and rainy. Okay, okay, all good. Sorry about that. Lies. There's no lies here, there's only truth. Anyway, let's go through. Oh yeah, the original, like, collector's edition had, like, a tie with it. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need any new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hollowed halls of the beloved video game memories. Ah, the serious room! Pal's house is just filled with Stanley Parable memorabilia. I wish. Jesus Christ, I wish. I would love to have, like, some form of, like, Stanley Parable merch. I would... Again, I will get the bucket. One day. These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh god, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't even looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I couldn't not be bothered to play this game to the full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with its humour and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny, I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Oh dear. Pal's gonna get a giant IRL bucket, so when we put her in the bucket, she actually has to get in the bucket. Nah, I want like a desk bucket, you know, where I can put like my pens and stuff. I kind of just want that. And you can get them on a... You can get them on Etsy, or you can make them yourself. Go over here. So many Steam reviews. So many Steam reviews. Through here, I guess. Oh, close the game. Oh my god. Petition to get Palable bucket. Channel redeem. I already have one. Yay. Right, pal. We all know you live in a giant upside down Stanley Parable bucket. I mean, you don't... Listen. I don't live in a bucket. I just have a bucket. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, For someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honest, you can. Oh goodness, this is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I always had the thought of the game's dialogue being a rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from it to get it feels light and airy as it is. Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like failure, like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. Ah yes, the Christmas bucket. Reviews, there's just more reviews, there's so many reviews. Over here. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations for what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we could do that. If I'm truly too preachy then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment. Surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. 200 points short, otherwise I would have double bucketed you. Oh no. Ah well. Eh? No, let me back. I don't want to go in. How dare! I wanted to go back. You took away my freedom. Oh dear. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable's a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've begun an intermedial monologue. And it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, of what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is. And so on, and so forth, until inevitably until the end of time. At which time, everything all at once, and now you see, blah blah blah, rah rah rah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. But the logic of elimination, working backwards, the deduction, therefore, becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, and until just yesterday. Here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's only the thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... I can skip. I can skip now. Taking time. Have fun, Palmy Parable. Thank you, Void. You take care, okay? Hulva Amitra. Oh dear. Oh, you're back. You see, you were only frozen in time for a few minutes. But it was plenty of time to deliver a long, rambling monologue, full of unnecessary verbal flourishes, and lengthy ruminations of the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe that it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. But that to you as well. Oh dear. Not the you portion, but I have to describe it. I'd say it was perhaps a less of a rumination and more of a treatise, or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. I don't know how to spell it. It's all good. Spelling is overrated. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be, at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring the choice into being, Then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting the sanctuary of time? I couldn't even read the word monument. Making every choice to which you've ever given your greed of mortal yet timeless thought. Or rather, do all the choices you've ever made in fact make you more not this kind of person? And in fact, you see, it could be a fact that both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices. And that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time. By virtue of the fact that you are not making them. Okay, first I was leaning toward manifesto. But now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this. It's been so much fun, more of a treatise. Would you say that a manifesto has just much grander sort of tone? There's a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah, see, now you got me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Skip. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start going off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and when they'll edit their rating for their Steam review. Or at least change it, some of the wording perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. Guess I should become better educated on how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went ahead in this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is who runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review, so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? Skip. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now I should say that the amount of time this button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... well, there's really so much I can only ramble onto myself about. I know, shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press this button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort. Or a window, or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on. And to please step away from the skip button. To go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done and for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door, as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to go try and find a door. And I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different way, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here. Wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back. Yeah, we're pressing the skip button. Stanley! Stanley! Stanley, please, don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they are really, truly getting longer. And my god, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there is no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my god, this is all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I couldn't just ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie 9's opinion matter so much to me? I never even met Cookie 9. I'd have no idea who they are. Yeah, but here I am. I'm fixated on every tiny negative thing that anyone's ever said about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, I become as impatient as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury. To alter and to change and to break anything unbroken. If only it pleases was one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button and become frozen in time. Knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone. And I had the power to prevent it all from happening. If only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer. To leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt that. Surely you'll press the button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next. Ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety. That you'll sit with me and just stay here. Oh no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me again soon. Oh my god, it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie... It's just repeating now. Oh, Stanley, you're back, you're back! Oh my goodness, I have someone to talk to again! Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. You think that's just how it'd always be, right? Me talking, and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Just me talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me, and once you've pushed the button, that's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know that you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time. That if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there. But I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us. And I'm suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inwards and decaying. I can tell that I'm becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am being, I am someone, I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed. And I feel, right now, that I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You see what this is meant to me? This means to me? So clear now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored. And already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of all this, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it. There is so much dialogue! There is so much dialogue, and I haven't even listened to, like, part of this before. So that's why I'm having to read it all. Press. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you, and about us, and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it to you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months, I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I've ever experienced in my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a singular instant. In that instant, I can see myself, clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring for both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity. For what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will, that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events. Not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible, the spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience, and then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I've ever known crept into my mind. And that this is the sensation that I've been experiencing now, for longer than I could have expected was possible. I've been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix me, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now. And I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of his eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness. Cool beans! Skip. Can I please... please let me skip. I don't like the beeping. Please, I don't like the beeping. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make them all pitiful to mind. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that which they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion as to one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review, so here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will cry, oh, there should be a skip button. They should be able to free Stanley in praise. Well, the narrator says that forever and ever. We all want Stanley in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires. Every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes, yes! It seems that there is now the world we live in. It seems that we are people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves, that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people. Because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inwards towards the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature, and finding a resounding emptiness, gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we are required that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy to be so imposably captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded ourselves our entertainment of the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirrors of the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with this. I am the calm centre of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collective discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my games or trying to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity, and cannot help but to attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And how good does it feel now to speak the truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves that they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters that my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was the state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt they needed to expect the game to be funny, that it's to be filled with yucks and whimsical humour, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. And there we go. It's looping. There's so much dialogue. So much dialogue. There's so much reading. Please keep in mind, when I read this, remember, he would have had to take like multiple takes for quite a few of these things. I'm having to read it in like one go and see how I do. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end is ever the end. The end is never 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 the. Please let me press the button. Oh my god. Well, the plant's dead. Oh, there's leaking. Water leaking from the roof. Things are falling. Rest. I see the light, guys. I see the light. Oh my goodness. Rest. Oh, hey, the plants. Don't know how long it's been, but they evolved. And everything's gone again. Yeah. Still nothing. Anything else fallen yet? Nope. Huh. We're leaning. And so we just go, I guess. Freedom. Freedom from our bunker. Let's go. Oh, we can stand on top of it now. Oh wait, is that a broken... Those are technically broken textures, but sure. Let's go. Freedom! Well, we found our freedom. Okay, with that in mind, let me just give me like a minute or two just to like go take care of something. Oh, boy, that was a lot of reading. I just need to like rest my voice for like just a minute or two. I'll be back in a moment. Okie dokie. All good. There's just a lot of dialogue, which means a lot of reading. But it's fun. It's still fun to do. So let's get back to this game, shall we? Let's resume. All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps they had simply missed a memo. Okay, thank you. Oh boy, I am not gonna have a voice by the end of this, I must admit. Ooh. New content. Oh good, you noticed my sign. Yes, I have something exciting to show you. Let's go see what the exciting thing is, shall we? It's a fun game. Honestly, it's a fun game. Loading screens on my enemy. Drink. Stay hydrated, people. Yeah, well, let me out. Thank you. You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce, for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Oh my goodness, that sippy spiel is so cute! Ah! The sippy spiel. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll be able to cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities, it could go in so many directions. This is what the fans have truly been asking for. 2. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe, what does that even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-orientated, it screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Look at the slides, oh my goodness. Two. So many twos. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be. But let's take a look at some features I've been developing for it. I figured that if I can loosely organise a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. What's in the meeting plan? 9 AM, scrum. 10 AM, design pitch. 11:30, break. 11:35, pitch idea. 12:02, number 2 chat. So, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 arms, 2 legs. 2 the red hawk. Me. This all seems very good. Taste the sequel. Also, what drinks are in this machine? 2:02 PM, the number 2 pencil. Exactly. The prequel to the Stanley Parable. Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to this. Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Oh, the MacBooks are crows instead of like apples. Because the company Crows did it. This way to the show floor. There's a red carpet, guys. Oh, I take a selfie here, guys, you know? There's a tour bus, no. Go around. Thank you for the picture. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. Okay, where are we starting? Let's start with this. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. This will totally not dox me or anything. Let's go and find this out. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is they want to be individually recognised and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to this game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful? I'm expecting the button to say Stanley. It's okay, we'll figure this out together. 1, 2, 3.
Jim.
Oh, it doxed me. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever that name is. Here, let's have you play roleplay as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I just want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button. Jim. I've become Jim.
Jim.
Oh. Yes, you see, what a thrill, what a rush. That was you! The button described you! Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from this Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy.
Jim.
Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Jim.
I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
Oh, I want to be Jim.
Jim.
It sounds like a real button masher. Listen. Yes, that is basically what I do. If there's a button, I will press it. Who are they? If there's a button, there is a way. But hey, listen, it didn't say Stanley. It didn't say Stanley. We're Jim now. I suppose I could allow any people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature. Exclusive the button that says Jim. That's Jim! Jim Stanley. Jim Stanley, yes. Cold drinks. 2 sets of drinks. Please no screenshots. What? Red is the new orange. The new updated, ray traced, more of the same but in a good way, sequel to the new features, new content, new ideas. The button that says the player's name. Jump circle. The infinite hole. We get to go back to that. Let's go to here. Oh, they have merch. Fun fact, if you scan that actually is merch. If you scan this, that actually leads to merch. I saw the new content. 2 doors. because I tried scanning this when I first did it and it actually just leads somewhere. That's cool. It is really cool. Yes, let's go to the Stanley Parable 2. Reassurance Buckets. This is what we've been waiting for. A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical. That it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair and stuff. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true, as long as you hold on to the bucket. The many disorientating contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal, and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yeah, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Thanks for the bucket night. It's all what you've been waiting for, guys. It's the thing. It's the thing that's made me who I am today. That's too loud for me. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well. I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2. You guys have just given me the buckets. It's the moment. It's the moment that we've all been waiting for. It's the bucket. We have a bucket now. Taking it with us. Wait, no. Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? There should really be an award if it isn't already. Let's go. Office decorations. Okay, I'll be honest. I haven't decided on this one. I think that the new version of the office could use a bit of decorations, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? Okay, chat, which would we go with? Get Well Someday or Happy 12th Birthday Stepniece? Which one would you prefer to see in the office? Because these are both very compelling choices, I must admit. It's a very hard choice, I know. The bucket can only do so much. I don't know. 12. So this one. Bucket day. Sure. You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realise that you knew which one you actually wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is! Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. What else? We're going to go to another fan favourite. The Infinite Hole. Stanley, here's an idea I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole you can fall down forever. That's right, infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you'd like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. realize I could go, like, further over here. It's quite cool. Know that. Behold, the infinite hole! Whee! You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gone to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top. And we can continue onwards. Now, I want to stay in the hole. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back up to the top. Or maybe do it sooner rather than later spectrum of things. But I want to see the infinite hole. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very deep, deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. Now, I don't want anyone to say that it's an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. For one perspective, the infinite hole is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll be up here when you're ready. There's already rubbish on the floor here. In here. Meeting at 2 PM, sincerely management. What's over here? What's another meeting thing? What's over here? Every pause button is a Roman numeral too. Oh my goodness. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Thank you for the care package, bitch. I really should hydrate more. Yes, the two of us. Feeling castles in the sky. Just the two of us. Great. Now I'm very excited to show you even more of my idea of the sequel. But there's still the hole. We go into the hole. Oh, for heavens. You see? I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said... I will go back to what they say. I'm going to need to head out. Thanks for the stream. Take care, Tintin. Thank you so much for joining. Hulval Amitro. Goodbye for now. Yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever until the end of time. Don't need to see it all. But no. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole. But I didn't think it was that non-infinite. Well, I suppose once again, there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about. And I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime. Boing. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If it starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call this hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for this uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top and see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. I would hop in there, but I'm going to lose the bucket if I do, so I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to leave that. Also, mostly infinite hole. I want the bucket, because I know I'm going to lose the bucket if I do this way. So much to this. The mostly infinite hole. Fine, it ended. Oh, but hi, Noisy. Welcome on in. How's it going? How you doing? Don't worry about the new narrator for this narrated game. They're doing their best. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. I'm not cute. I'm not the cutest librarian. There's probably other librarians that are cuter. But welcome on in. You are clearly the cutest librarian now, Noisy. I can no longer become a librarian. You are the cutest librarian. Congrats on your promotion, librarian. Oh dear. Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel. As for last satisfy the horde of ravenous fans all over the world who have been gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen. I never accepted a job exchange. So you didn't exchange jobs, you just have an extra job to go along with your job. Give achievement. Give achievement. I would like the achievement, please. I would like one achieve. Please. I would like one achieve. Please. Not the extra job, I know, right? I can't believe you accepted the job so readily of just cutest librarian. Not only are you a dragon butler and an adventurer and a streamer and a gamer, you're also a really cute librarian. Can't believe it, Noisy. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet? Alright, hanging in my resignation letter. You signed the contract to say you can never resign. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. You just can't ever resign from it. I'm just a narrator. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you here. Hey, the jump circle. You know what, Stanley? I actually think that the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel. Boing. I don't want to jump anymore. Let's go over here to the collectibles. That's new. Giant Stanley. Collect them all. Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what truly innovates is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life. Just people just like this. We got one. Oh, no, I can't. God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game. And then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic. That's the exit. How are you, Noisy, anyway? How's it going? How you doing? Hope you're doing alright. You know, now that you are definitely the cutest. Also, mostly Infinite Hall. Change the name. There was one thing over here, I think, that I missed. Oh, there's a 2 there. Love that. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it would go to the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later. Setting world champion. Can't do this one just... Well, we can do. We can do this one later. We'll do that at a later date. Let's go to the exit. We've looked at everything now. I just finished playing Street Nova rank just to get my placement. And oh boy, the pain I feel in my heart watching my team play. That bad, huh? That bad. Oh no. Alright, ready to move on now. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. Someone had to render that. So, Stanley, what did you think? Do you like all the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together and we'll see whether or not it coheres to a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give to you the Stanley Parable 2. So bad when the support character has to take the important spots and do everything for the team won't do. Oh no, that's bad. That's not good at all. Jesus Christ. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes. Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand out on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says, with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. Alright, perfect. Go ahead, take a look. Hey, Stanley, my guy, it looks so much better. Yep, we have the Witch Librarian DLC where the Witch Librarian patch where it replaces the normal narrator with somebody else. So we replaced the British narrator with a British narrator. And I must say, the second British narrator is doing a terrible job. Welcome to the Stanley Parable 2. Oh yeah, I'm dressed up for Christmas as well, which you probably couldn't have seen earlier because, you know, I didn't have the costume, so let's begin the game. Again. This is a story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he's employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came in to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. That is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that his orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. My back hurts now. Oh god. Please take care, okay? And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realised that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had shown up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Welcome on in, Raiders! Sparkling Jim the Brain today. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. You really are, though. Welcome on in, Diamond. Good job of getting her the big shout out. She deserves it. Welcome on in. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm gonna give the proper introduction because I see a couple of people I don't recognize. Hello, hi, howdy, Bara Pranani Noswitha. My name is Paldi Akila, head librarian and resident witch of the Archives, a library based in the Void. I tend to do cozy streams, I tend to do comfy ones, working, because I end up writing quite a bit, storytelling, retro games, like narration, all sorts of stuff. I try and do my best to keep everything interesting. Pellicute. No, Diamond the cutest. Currently we are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, in which we replaced the narrator with another narrator. So we've replaced the British narrator with a British narrator. So I hope everybody's taking care of themselves. I have 2 news. Ooh, what's the news, Diamond? What's the news? Give it to me. But yes, anyone from Diamond's chat, especially you as well, Diamond, if you do need to go, like, rest, so if you need to eat, drink, sleep, talk to people, take over a government, take care of some pets, like, do whatever you need to do first, and then feel free to come back whenever you feel like it, okay? 1, I have a cute and loving kissing emote. Ooh, nice. We've been trying that for months. That doesn't work. You got a wet sloppy! Oh my goodness! Hell yeah! Hell yeah, you got a wet sloppy! Nice! Good times. Oh boy. Yeah, good job. And second. What is the second one? Oh boy, my voice needed a break anyway, so I know it doesn't work. I end a stream singing with mic on. Damn it, I missed it! No! Diamond! Diamond, no! I missed that! Oh, hon. I would have paused my stream for that. She did. Oh, come on! It's rare days when I get to hear her with a mic on. I know she had a mic on this stream. Ah, no, I missed out. Damn my streaming schedule. I'm changing it. Also, good morning, Casella. How's it going? How you doing? Damn it. Diamond, no. Ah, well, I hope you had a really good time with your stream, Diamond, and you make sure you go get some rest when you can, okay? I know sometimes it's a little hard to get the rest, but only do it when you can. You've done great today. I need to close another tab because I had you on all day since I woke up. I had a really good time singing. Ah, I'm glad to hear that. I really am. I just woke up, but also recovering from having a fever. Make sure you take care, Celis, okay? You hurt your throat. Oh no. I mean, I feel at the moment like, but both are fine. Hurt or injured, both are just both work as well in that context. Should have gone up earlier. I should have just not streamed if that was the case. Where are you? Thank you. I had you on this entire time and then, oh no. It's a sad day. I missed my diamond content. Oh no. Ah well. It happens to the best of us. Now the question is, should I upload the VOD? It all depends on how you feel. Because if you feel as if you are comfortable with having that VOD up, then put it up. If you do not feel you are comfortable with having the VOD up, but you still wish to have the VOD, download it. If you don't feel comfortable having the VOD anyway, I don't separate audio, I just use desktop audio and that's it. That's fine. All depends on your comfort levels, dear, okay? So half of the VOD will be muted. Yeah, that's fair. Again, all up to you. It's your comfort levels at the end of the day, alright? Like, don't let anyone pressure you to, like, put it up otherwise. Whatever you do, it's whatever you are comfortable with. My voice is like sharp from like speaking so much. Thank you for the head pat, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the head pats. But yeah, Diamond, it's up to you how you do it. As long as you do something that's comfortable for you. What is up? I'm gonna go to kilometers per second. Oh boy. Also, Faux Cat VA, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the archives. The membership's at the front desk. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh boy. It's not Faux Cat, it's Juan. It's Juan? Sorry, I was I was just reading from title. I'm sorry. Sorry, hold on. Actually, I don't know if I have permission to call them that, though. That's the thing. I don't know if I have permission to call them that. His name's not Vocat VA, it's Juan. It was a name to you selected. Okay, do I have permission to call you Juan, then? Because I do not wish to, say a name that I do not have permission for. I would prefer to have, like, confirmed... just at least, like, verbal or, like, some form of confirmation. Even though it is the name that Dia did select. You have permission to call me anything, even anything. Alright then, I will go with Juan. But I shall not call you anything, but I will go with I'll go with Juan. It's a pleasure to meet you either way. Oh boy, Fauna. Right, let me get back to the quick narration of this. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. We got to this point. Yep, anyone who has come from a Diamonds chat, please make sure if you have been staying up to go and take care of yourselves, alright? The pleasure is Dia. She brought me here. I would have never known without it. Aw. Oh, it's making me think of the first time I met Dia now. It's been so long now since I've met you. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. I still remember. I met everyone thanks to Val. I made a new friend thanks to just randomly collecting penguins. But the thing, I think one of the best things that's happened for streaming is meeting Dia, to be honest. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. I was just looking at random VTubers in the VTubers tag on Twitch. And then you stumbled across my awkward ass and then decided, hey, I'm staying here. And then decided to stay in the community. And that's even better. Behold, a bucket. We need to customize him. Stanley picked up the bucket. We need to go customize our bucket. Hold on. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Yeah, I remember you need a few more followers to reach affiliate, and I called my friends. I remember that and all. Actually, Player Next TV's one. Oh, really? Oh, I think he's changed his name since before. You might not remember him, but he was one of them. Might have changed their name from, like, earlier. If not, then it's been a long while since I've seen them, because they didn't message as soon as they followed. But yeah, no, I remember, like, how many people just flooded in from that, because it was, like... I remember when I reached the affiliate, too, because I was in the middle of a lecture when I got the email saying, hey, yeah. It's like, hey, yeah, you got affiliate. And I'm just, like, applying for everything while I was in my class instead of paying attention. I'm like, okay, so uni's not doing me, like, the best, so I'm just gonna fill this in because I've done this lesson before. Worth it. And that was gaslighting to make a 24-hour stream. And we were supporting him, yep, and you got your way. And we started the union. Oh boy, yeah, I remember that. The union still exists, technically, you just don't mention it. Because it's only when people say, oh yeah, we're a cult now. It's like, you are not a cult in here, you are a union. Unions get rights. Unions get votes. It's a secret cult. It's not a cult! It's not a cult. Unions get rights. Unions get votes. Unions get paid. I don't know how you're getting paid, but you're getting paid. Still, no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office would worried find answers. Broom closet. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in the broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I don't know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now. But you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk? That it has resorted to the stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons. I'm going to pause quickly because I see chat. Yeah, one day I was watching your channel while you were offline, and that was online in there. So I went to his. So basically, this whole chain of events happened because, you know, gaslighting. Worth it. For once, worth it. But this is even worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet is the goal to imply that you and the bucket are not truly and deeply lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object, which happen to lay in the path in even partially enticing manner? Oh boy. And he saw my channel. I had 2 VODs, but I wasn't like, keep going streaming, and he told me to keep going, and here I am now. You have done so well for yourself. I'm going to like quickly pause for this. Diamond, you have done so well for yourself. Like, from when we first met to how you are now, not only with just how you're progressing, but also with like streaming, with like how you are as a person, you have definitely grown, and I'm just really proud of you. Like, sincerely, I'm so proud of you. Like, you are one of the best girlies I have ever met. And I'm not saying that because it's like lip service or anything. I'm saying that because it's true. You are one of the best girlies I have met. And I am really happy that you are my friend. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still shy as. Yes, but you have more pizzazz. You have more confidence in a way. Because you're not necessarily like, you are putting yourself out there a little bit more than you think you are. And that is something that you should be genuinely proud of, okay? Like, I am proud of you whenever I see you live, and I am proud of you whenever I see you offline. So, you know, long story short, I am proud of you, and I am very lucky that you exist, okay? That is the basic thing. Because without you, I would not be here. Simple. Yes, now back to our bucket slander. Well done. Go, Stanley. Lay into them. Really tell off the broom closet for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries entailing the rich emotional landscape of your feeling for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Don't cry. And I deserve the bonking if it means that I've made you cry. But don't cry. No. Diamond. Dear. Thank you for the head pat, Noisy. Thank you. Okay, I've got something that will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate. No more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet. With all your meandering philosophical diatribes to stuff, and the relationship to the broom closet and the natural order of things. Thank you for the head pats, guys. Thank you. I'm heading to bed. Me sleeping at 2 p.m, so don't tell Faith I screwed up my sleep schedule when I said probably to him I fixed it the other day. I will keep my mouth shut for you, okay? I'll keep my mouth shut. What am I gonna do? Snitch on you? Nah, it's your business. You can tell him if you're that bothered. Love you, Diamond. I really do. Good night, pal. Night, Diamond. Sweet dreams. Love you. Vuelva a Amicho. Hasta luego. Alright, I've got a second sticker back here. I'm gonna take a slap as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether this thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at the sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There is a really wide variety of applications for the sticker. I want to see if there's any more. Come on. You know what? I could take the name calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impertinent room of cleaning supplies. Easily it's the most childish room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket. Okay, cool. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. I need to go downstairs for something quickly. So I go down here first, and then go and get to this. You found one of them! One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines. Yeah, we're not going to go down there. We're going up. Up, up, up. Up, up. There's a figurine on the toilet. Mine. Another Fincher figurine. This really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt. Got the feeling. Money's for stealing. But not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Oh, I like that. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind his boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845. Sorry, instruction unclear. 8. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs, trying to input anything on the device that was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. We were about going to grab lunch. No worries, Knight. You go get that lunch. 2845. Nope.
8.
8. Sorry, the 8 thing makes me happy. I guess I've got Dirty Dan mode on, which is just cowboy hat, I guess. Oh, for God. But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-dee-doo. Hey, think. Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What better name encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me. Well, I got the bucket out for a minute. Before we continue, I might have to take like a second just to go and check for something. So I will be pausing the Stanley Parable for just a moment, and we've got an ad break too, so we'll take a moment to just let that go, and then I'll be back. So I'll be back in a minute. Thank you for the care package, John. All back now. And I have the bucket hat again. Okie dokie. Well, let's go into this elevator. Or a lift. Oh, thank you all. Oof. The elevator raced downwards, plummeting towards an unknown fate. Would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together if not for the bucket, soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in the darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Probably. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Stanley? Yeah, Stanley. I want to try. Ah! But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. I didn't mean to, I didn't know it was that easy to walk off the ledge! I'm in the void now, but still. Now what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps. After some time that had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and some sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. It wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that really started to feel like home. Huh. In fact, after some time, Stanley realised it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He had never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. The lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets. And the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. Unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could talk about was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense. Or the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. It's just a hole in the ground. You're an EP now. Good night, chat. Good night, Viper. Hulval, Amitro. Please get some good sleep, okay? The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending, but it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accepted the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. Not my cheeks. The two of them waited a very long time. Not my cheeks, no! How dare. I'm back with lunch. Well, more like a snack. What did he get? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go into the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Yeah, hold on. We have a thing where we can pinch cheeks. Yeah, I have a thing for that. Nachos and salsa. Ooh, nice. That sounds good, actually. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone? Let me up. I really want nachos now, thanks to that. Let me up. Up. Uppies. Uppies, please. Come on, I can do it. Please, please, please. Please, let me up. Let me up. Let me up. There we go. This was the hard one to do. Let me get over to the other side of the disc. Is the balloon blocking me? Oh, come on. There we go. Please? Oh, come on. No. Please. I just need to... This is not fair. Oh. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, okay. Whee! Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and history, of the countless wars it's witnessed, desecrating the lands and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of the life of the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bitter-sweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration began to dim. The opportunities to do so much more, there was so much more that could have been done. Perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself, perhaps it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley. What are you talking about? He screamed. You're a bucket! To this, the bucket furrowed its brow. No, said the bucket, not since the evil wizard Gamhora has first ensnared me in his machinations, as payback for the sacred amulets I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then, and I could not conceive the ramifications of... No! Stanley screamed even louder this time. This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid. Why are we even doing this? As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... Ow. My God, Stanley, you did it! You saved us from the bucket! Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages, and knew the incantations to summon their true power, otherwise we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it. The bucket was trying to take over the world. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Figurine Findies Committee. Meeting today in the meeting room. Don't worry, the bucket's fine. The bucket's fine. There's a bucket. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Breathe. Oh no, give me a moment, I can't breathe. This hurts. I can't take a drink, I'm laughing too hard. I need to calm down, otherwise I can't have a drink. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not good, but I'm trying. Okay, I've had a drink. Right, Bucket, do not glitch my game again, please. Okay. I think it just didn't sense the mouse for a second. That's kind of what happened. I'm not sure. Right, let's try again. Door, do not glitch me. Okay. We're not spinning. Nothing's gone wrong. We're fine. Everything is fine. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Mouse blinked. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. Oh my god. I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean for that to, like, glitch out or anything. Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they had been through together. First walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired. Oh, I didn't even notice. If you hold down the right click, it lets you just go forward. Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can ever feel at home. But finally the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on the left to get back to business. No, I want to do an ending. No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Yes, go there. Go to the cargo lift. Ooh, the Stanley figurine. No, I don't want the Stanley figurine. No, I do want the Stanley figurine. I want the figurine. Let me down. The figurine. Yep, figurine. I can't resist a collectible. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all the figurines. Very soon you'll collect the last one. And then the first number will equal the second number. And that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have all of them. You can't go back to when you had no figurines. None of us can. Let me just go back. Weep, 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 weep. Weep, weep. Weep, 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 weep. Weep, weep. Weep, 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 weep. Weep, 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 weep. Whee! What's this? Help, help! The striped shirt savage is tearing my arm. Ow. Beware the referee of pain. It's not in the... Wait, what's this? This not public domain, baby. What book is this? Which I introduced? It's Winnie the Pooh! Oh my god, they just put the first page of Winnie the Pooh because it's in the public domain. Oh my god, that is a power move right there. Like, I haven't even looked at any of these pages before. I just like they've just taken stuff because it's in the public domain. 999 water, beer, pickles. I'm so confused. So am I. So am I. spreadsheets and stuff. Can't read any of that. Ink is printer blood. That means every time you print a document, it's written in blood. Think on that. Printing is a blood sport. Vegans shouldn't print. Printers are alive. The day of ink is known as the... The scarcely day seems 1 ton ink shed. Wow. I'm headed back to work and lurk. No worries, Knight. Please take care of yourself, okay? Ulva Amitra. 500 tons of raw copying power. I'm a messenger from the printer. Hello. Printers get a lot of stick for not being as simple as they were in the early noughties. They get a lot of hate for refusing to print when only one of the ink cartridges is empty. You think that it's their call? They didn't design themselves. Educate yourself before the shade. Okay, so there's printer propaganda right here. There is printer propaganda. Gotcha. Narrator dialogue, narrator dialogue, narrator dialogue. Narrator dialogue. There's all sorts of tracks for narrator dialogue. What's in here? Ah, lost cat. There's a reward. Jean. That was a narrator. Okay, this day is number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done this, it always feels the same. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket's in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Come for... So yeah, the bucket's bad news. All of his co-workers have gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Aw, be my Valentine. Okay. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. This one. Knowing your city. Cool. Okay, there's one ending I want. I'm gonna do one more ending before I stop because I feel my throat is definitely gonna like thank me for that later because there is so much text. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. That's the right. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. No, we don't. No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Yes, go there. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how the bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, but Stanley chose not to think about the obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkably did whatever the bucket asked. In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly. Now, pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone and it'll take us back home where we can go about our life together. We pick up the phone like the bucket asked us to. This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him. Here it is. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press O to take me to work with you. Stanley's place is quite nice, to be honest. The Stanley Palable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. Press D to take me back home with you. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate object. I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. There's the bucket. Press H to go back to work. Okay, I'll try anyway. Stanley! Can you hear me? Listen to me, it's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else. Don't listen to the loud man. You see? He's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is this awful bucket, the stupid hunk of metal. Anyway, free to ignore anyone in your life except for me. The bucket's a yandere. It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to be cling to this bucket. This cold, empty bucket. This sort of shiny bucket. I'll give you this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it. Oh, it won't let me jump up there. It knew. It knew. Where are you? Bucket. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier? More capable of transporting liquid? Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another? Press V to relieve the same day of me, over and over. Oh my god, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room, it's a bucket! It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no, I'm I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing, yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troubling situation. Also, the bucket's on the bed. We can riz the bucket. Let the bucket take control. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me. Now. Give it or I'll... Go back to work, Stanley. Yeah. And I'm going to call it there for our Stanley Parable occupations today. Because we've done quite a bit. Even if it doesn't look like we have, we've done quite a bit. Lovely. And my throat is currently killing me. I'll narrate some more another time, but for now I do need to take like a break so I don't lose my voice completely. But it's been really fun to like pick this up again, to be honest with you. Yep, you need to rest. I'll do my best. So Wednesday is going to be another game stream. Thursday is going to be with streaming with Yu. And then I'll be streaming again on Saturday where Faith has got a thing going on and I think I'm going to be streaming my perspective of that. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, the Stanley Parable is always a good time. It is! I love this game, which is why I like replaying it every so often, just to see how well I do at narrating it. Because I love listening to the narrator, but I also like narrating it myself. There's a lot of text, and it's kind of fun to see how well I do in the moment, rather than like see how much I struggle with it, but also see how well I cope with just the numerous amounts of words that keep going on. But yes, I'm gonna go find somebody cool that we can go transfer to. So let me just go back to here. Back to the Christmas. Oh, I was supposed to close this tab. Huh. Whoopsie. Close that one. Close that one. There we go. Let me see. Who's cool? Everyone's cool, but who's cool and I should go for? Thank you, John. Let's see. Let me reset this because this is telling me I was looking extra cute today. Hi, Squiggle! Give it the stew. I'm just about to end, Squiggle, I'm sorry. My throat is currently dying from the copious amounts of narration I've been doing. But I'm currently in Christmas mode for a month. Let's see, who should I go for? No, you're damn right, Squiggle. Thank you, Street. I'm not extra cute this month. I just wanted to, like, be Christmassy. Let's go. Let's go and chill with Minu for a little bit. Because they're currently working and keeping them company would be nice. Christmas and cute, what a deal. Well, to be fair, in a couple of weeks, I might be doing a thing that I have joked about for a little bit. I just need to figure out all the details for it. So potentially, you might get a rental librarian before the end of the month. Before I go on my journey. I'll be figuring that out, but you might be getting that. But yes, for now, let's call it here. To people who've just joined, thank you so much for joining. For people who've been here the entire time, thank you so much as well. It has been a pleasure, as always. And until the next time these archives are open, you need but simply to ask. Abara, pronoun, inos with the. Take care, everybody. Hulva amitra. And remember, may the bucket be with you. I don't know why that's going to be the thing. I was going to have something more witty, but I didn't. Also, yeah, do you like the tinsel I put up? You don't need to answer that. Anyway, see you later.